Hello, welcome to Feed the Beast, and this is Rule, and today we're going to go ahead and go over my entry into the Infinity Server Rube Goldberg contest. I found out about this contest by way of Vintage Beef's channel, so when I had a inspiration for a machine, I couldn't help but decide that we had to pay homage to that there. So what we have is we have the Beef to Order station, the Minecraftian's favorite way to eat. And from this you can get various flavors of beef. Cajun, beef and bread, raw, aged, a little too aged I guess. Pork flavored, chicken flavored, veggie flavored, deer flavored, fish flavored, meat flavored. Beef. I have no idea what that is. Vintage flavored pie, which I think pie definitely counts as beef. So vintage flavored being the original and the best. For this you insert 1 industrial credit. Now, behind the scenes here, what will happen once you insert the industrial credit, it will proceed to flow into this here, which will be sucked out via way of a retriever using blue electricity, going to this obsidian pipe, which will travel through this gold pipe all the way down here, hit the glass, fall down, hit a pressure plate. This will trigger the filter to pull it out and will trigger the redstone signal, which sets off the alarm and launches this cart. This cart will be launched over here, triggering this detector rail, which will launch this cart over there, which will launch that cart over there, and then we'll proceed to launch this cart. This cart has some coal coke involved. It travels along this way, triggers that alarm, launches this way, and goes over to this station down here. At this station down here, it will hit the detector rail, and then the item unloader will suck out the coal coke, and then these redstone engines will pump it out of the item unloader into these waiting generators. The generators will proceed to fill this MFSU, which will send a bit of electricity in high voltage down here to the macerator, which will explode due to it not liking high voltage electricity. The explosion will cause this block to break, causing the sand in that block to fall, hitting a pressure plate, which will trigger this redstone signal. This hits the NOR gate, turns off that, and starts the timer going, which will proceed to go to either side and hit the these different things. This engine will proceed to push this up. This deployer will then deploy a support frame behind it. At the very top is a support frame with a panel with some redstone on top of it. It will advance up here, and when it gets all the way up, it will complete the redstone circuit. This will allow these couple of NOR gates to go through and then send a redstone signal through to the deployers. These deployers will proceed to deploy water here. They will flow down, and then these water will go down here and hit this bat box. This bat box, and you know, let's go and do something real quick just to make sure here. Let's go and throw a couple torches down because it's dark in here. There we go. So this bat box with that green connection there will then provide power this way, which in turn will pump into these electrical engines. This will pump lava out of the tank and into these geothermal generators. This will in turn send electricity down to this bat box. This bat box will, when full, emit a redstone signal, which proceeds to these igneous extruders, turning them on and allowing cobblestone to flow up this way. The cobblestone will flow into this recycler and then is pumped out, which is also turned on by the bat box, into this auto crafting table. This auto crafting table turns the scrap into scrap box, which is pumped out, also turned on by the bat box, via this here into another deployer, which is when this is turned on, this will release the NOR gate, causing the timer to start the pulsing and having the deployer grab the scrap box, deploy an item. The scrap box turns into something and hits the pressure plate. The pressure plate enacts the redstone signal, sends it up here, which turns off the NOR gate, turning off the signal to the tier 5 cattle spawner. The cows will start spawning, falling down, dying, and then the remains sucked up by the filters, which will be pulled out into the tubes, into this chest. This chest will then have items sucked out and then dropped into the infernal furnace. This will automatically smelt them, throw the items out the front, and then the obsidian pipe will pick them up, flow them in here, into this, and then up front we will have ourselves a red light indicating dinner is ready. So let's give this a try. Don't. There it goes. Falls down. Ah, there we go. And that goes. And that goes. And that goes. There we go. Ta-da! So, now this is the slower part here. This has already pulled the items out, and the pumps are starting to pump them out. Let's go ahead and watch from below here. See, now the coal cook, when it gets to here, is going to be flowing into one of these generators. Alright. Here we go. This is going to flow into the MSFU and then cause an explosion. Anytime now. Awkward silence. There we go. We have redstone signal. So, you see this is proceeding to go back and forth. Now, the timing is a little bit off, so it takes a couple of cycles before it is able to do this properly, but it gets the job done. Here we go. Each time this does it, it goes up by 1. Eventually, this redstone signal should complete the circuit. And more. We're getting there. Not much more to go. You can do it. There we go. And because we have a couple of NOR gates, this requires it to flow fully up as opposed to just igniting when it gets to the next one. Like that. Once it goes one more, it'll connect with that. That turns off, that goes, and we get the flow of water. Now this should flow down, if everything is working properly, into the bat box. Bat box will start this flowing, excellent. This is going to go into the geothermal generators. Perfect. I originally had this going a little bit circuitous route, but, you know, keep things straight, keep things simple. Now this should start flowing into these. These turn on with a great noise. And then we should go down here where this is starting to fill up pretty darn quickly. And then when this is done, turns on, excellent. Pumps start to go, deployer starts to move. This starts to make cobblestone. Perfect. And the one thing that there we go, that I specifically missed. There we go. Up top. So obvious when you look at it in hindsight. I would normally go back and redo this video again, but I've already tried this like 4 times, and each time I noticed I missed one thing, so I think this should work okay for us here. You know, that right there fills up power quite quickly there. And look at that, it's already a couple of tanks down. So we got 4 overclocked in here, so this should be able to cook pretty quickly. Maybe not that quickly, but quickly enough. Ah, we got scrap. Excellent. Give us scrap. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Once we get to 9, we should be in good shape. Nothing you can do at this part here is you can actually set this up so this redstone signal will also trigger this and, well, maybe trigger this or something like that to break the circuit and stop things flowing, but We've only got 4 more to go. That's 1, 2, 3. And there's our magical 4th. Excellent. Come on. 1 more. There's our scrap box. On this fax, it looks like a Chinese takeout. Where it will deploy the item here. Scrap comes out, turns on this, and cows start to die. I gotta love that sound. The sound of food. And then there goes steak and leather and steak and more steak. I gotta love this. Food on demand. Die. So it goes up there, down that way, over this way, and then it's going this way into the box. It should immediately start getting pumped out into the infernal furnace here. Here we go. So the leather is going to be going first. And then we'll start having the beef. Now, leather is just going to straight die because it cannot be smelted, so it's just destroyed. And then there goes the beef. It should kick out the beef in a moment. Throws it into the pipe, along with a little experience. The pipe slowly begins to push it out. And then we go to the other side, hearing the delightful noises of food. Yes. And we wait for our red light to indicate food is served. The gate on the other side is set to deliver a redstone signal when an item is inserted, when there's an item present inside the chest. So when it finally gets here, we should be in good shape. Alright. Almost getting there. There we go. And we have our steak, our beef. Vintage flavored. Just right. So, there you have it. Probably could be a little bit more complex. Going into, you know, fabrication of UU matter and things like that. But I think this is good enough for me. So, thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you find some inspiration for your own complex contraptions. And I'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye-bye.